Good afternoon, Mr. Welburn. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's great to see you.
Thank you. So you are in charge of all the design of General Motors.
Yes, global.
So you are the key man. I'm very happy with you. And today we are in front of the new Corvette Sting Ray and the convertible.
And it's the convertible.
That's the
The
convertible.
long-awaited convertible.
Yeah.
It's a sign of spring.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And spring
Yes.
is coming soon.
Yes, it is.
Just a short question. What are the key elements of the design of a Corvette in general? Or are there some key elements in it?
Well, the key elements really would be the proportions.
Yeah.
Very strong dash to axle proportions. All Corvettes come to a point at the front. It all begins right here with that center line crease, and then all of the lines that splay out from it. And if you think of a stingray, that underwater fish,
Yeah.
and all of the surfaces on a stingray, they're very undulating surfaces. They have a lot of that kind of flow to them.
It's a bit aquatic.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So, hence the name stingray.
yeah.
And a stingray, the fish, like the symbol.
And you've got the
That's
piece
a-
also of the
Yes, yes.
in ray,
Yeah.
like a remontable.
And you can see how the stingray comes to a point at the front, just like this car does.
Yeah.
The plain V shapes, you can see the link, the form vocabulary. And then when you come to the rear, just like the fish, all the lines begin to converge. They all become to converge and to a theoretical intersection much longer than the vehicle. So you can see how the form vocabulary of Corvette,
It's quite
in particular this one,
Yeah.
really links to Stingray car.
When you work with your team, because I know on that sort of car, have you still in mind the first Corvette, always all the series of all the Corvette, or do you start with the white sheet, or is it impossible?
Well, you have to think of the history of the brand because it's so powerful, and in particular Corvette convertibles and the headrests and all of that. But I think they're iconic Corvettes, like the 1963 Corvette Sting Ray. It's always in a designer's mind when they're designing a new Corvette.
It's one of a big classic. Yeah.
It is a real classic. Corvettes have been in many years. Soft materials,
Yeah.
leather wrap materials. There's leathers and suedes and carbon fiber, and not shiny carbon fiber, but more of a matte finish to it, a more sophisticated finish. Real metal parts within the interior, and then the stitching that you see, contrasting stitching throughout. So that's your first impression. Also, the other first impression, the all-new seat designs. You know, our customers really did not like the old seats. We've started from the frame of the seat on up and have designed an all-new seat. This happens to have the competition seat in it, because there are two seats that are available, the standard, then the competition.
Is it the standard, this one? Ah, that the competition? No,
This
no.
is the competition.
This is the
what we're
competition.
doing.
Okay.
And then you have the nav screens. Navigational screen here, which is retractable, revealing a hidden storage area. And then in the driver, the cluster is reconfigurable, because some drivers will want a more conventional gauge cluster. Others will want more of an F1 type cluster, and there are track modes to
So
it
I
as
can
well.
decide what
Yes,
I
you
want.
can decide what really fits your mood or how you're going to drive the car that day or that afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Welburn.